There are two important macroeconomic releases this week. So Thursday is the weekly initial claims. So last week we got numbers 3.28 million, which was obviously a record jump. This week will be also very informative. Importantly, the data is about last week. So it's 1 week stale, but nevertheless, initial claims, very important. On Friday, we get the unemployment numbers and the non-farm payrolls. Let me focus on the unemployment number. It will not look as bad as the initial claims. And the reason is that the unemployment number is based on a survey of about 60,000 people. And that survey is throughout the month. And it's heavily weighted towards the beginning and middle of the month. And we know that this got really bad at the end of the month. So irrespective of that, people are talking about what is the unemployment rate actually going to look like. In the Great Recession, unemployment rate peaked at 10.6%, and we had over 16 million Americans out of work. And that was actually in January 2010. Interestingly, that was after the official end of the Great Recession. So employment is a lagging indicator. So what about our current situation, which is pretty grim? So I pointed out that in kind of the industries that are obviously really hard hit, like the industry, restaurants, bars, retail, there are 30 million people working there, and easily half could lose their jobs. And on top of that, there's another 37 million working in industries that are severely at risk. Think of like airline travel. So if you put that together, it's 67 million people whose job is at risk. So if you look at 40 or 50% of that, then you can easily do the math and get a 25% unemployment rate. So that rate is actually greater than the estimated rate during the Great Depression. So people are asking me, is this another depression? And I would not jump to that conclusion for multiple reasons. So number one, the Great Depression went on and on and on. It started in 1929, and then 4 years later, we seemed to emerge, but then run right back into recession. So this was a prolonged period of economic stagnation and decreased growth. This episode is different in that it hit really hard and fast. And there is light at the end of the tunnel in terms of the possibility that everybody's being tested and people that are detected are isolated. We can get back to work. So even though I expect that there will be record unemployment of the likes we've never seen before, I also expect that just as we saw a spike up in unemployment, we will see a spike down in unemployment. So think of this particular episode as a regular recession that's just compressed, like a great compression. So we get into it very quickly as the economy suddenly stops. And then once we're kind of beyond the point of risk, I'm hopeful that the economy can snap back quickly.